Well, if it isn't your pal, exotic MegaAbsol Blaze, and today, welcome, welcome back to another video, and actually, today's is gonna be a little different, cause instead of reading a story, instead of reading a scary story, I decided, instead of reading a scary story, I decided to read a sad story, with, which I know by now how scary for kids has loads of scary stories and all and all different kinds of stories. But the website itself also has sad stories. As you can see here, it has a sad story section. So that's where you can see their list of sad stories they have here in this website. So I figured why not to try out and read a sad story to you guys. And well, you know, what do you know? So here's my first sad story, which introducing Mila or Mila. I Let's go with Mila. Okay, so here says here's a sad ghost story, about a girl who loves to spend her summers in a small village with her childhood best friend. Okay, well, let's see what this sad story has in store for us. Let's see. Let's roll it, shall we? This is anyway. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get on with the story. So, this is Mila. Enjoy. I think about her almost every day. How can I forget her? Mila was my childhood best friend. I spent every summer in my grandmother's village. Vi- Mila lived in the same neighborhood, and our relatives have known each other ever since they could remember. Almost from the moment I, almost from the moment I first went to the village, Mila became my best friend. She was a mischievous girl with a half-beat, cheerful smile, long blonde hair, and big blue eyes. She looked like an angel, but deep down, she was a tomboy at heart. I was more timid and shy with brown hair and green eyes. We were almost complete opposites, but together we were inseparable. All summer long, from morning till night, for 10 years, we were always together. It was a seaside village, and we often went swimming in the warm, salty sea or lay on the cliffs, basking under the warm rays of the sun. Every moment I spent in the dusty, boring city, I would be looking forward to the summer and seeing my best friend again. Then something happened. When we were 14, we had a serious quarrel. Quarrel. We had a serious quarrel. It was some. It was something over. It was over something really stupid. The reason was a boy named. The reason was a boy called Vince. He was very handsome and drove all the girls crazy. He was 3 years older than us, but my love and I have head over heels in love with him. Of course, he chose Mila. I was so disappointed. We had a big argument, and I stopped talking to her. Long before the summer ended, I gathered my things and went back to the city. I didn't see Mila again that year. Every day, I thought about her and how we could make it up. I knew how silly I had been and I waited for the months, weeks, and days to pass before I could see her again and say sorry. The next summer, I returned to the village. ever, even though it was already late in the evening when I arrived. I went straight to our place out by the sea. Somehow I knew she would be there. I saw her sitting on the cliffs. She had her back to me. The sea was surging and waves were crashing against the rocks. For a moment I was afraid she would still be angry with me, but when I shouted, "Mila!" she turned to look at me and her face broke into a smile and I ran over to her. I've been waiting for I've been waiting for you, she said. I tried to hug her, but for some reason she moved away. Then I noticed how nervous she seemed. "What's wrong?" I asked. "You have to get out of here," she replied. "Why?" "Please, I beg you," she said nervously. "Just go. I'll see you soon. Not now, but soon." She wouldn't explain the why, but she insisted that I go and just waited until I left. When I got back to the house, my grandmother was waiting for me. She was a little angry and asked me where I had been. I told her that I met Mila. My grandma paused for a long time and looked at me dumbfounded. Then she felt my for then she felt my forehead. What 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 did I say wrong? I asked, puzzled. My my grandmother my grandmother sat me down and said, "I'm sorry to tell it. I'm so I'm sorry to tell you this, but Mila died. It happened a month ago. She drowned." I couldn't I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had just seen her with my own eyes. I just talked to her. She was dead? It turned out that it turned out that a month earlier, Mila had been walking along the cliffs when a big wave came along and swept her into the sea. 3 days later, her body was found washed up on the shore. Then I realized that then I realized that this place we then I realized that the place where we loved hanging out was the exact place where Mila had been swept off the cliffs and drowned. That night, the waves were crashing against the cliffs. I would have been swept into the sea just like Mila. That's why she was telling me to leave. She came back to save my life. Although it was Although it's almost been a year since that time, I'm still I'm still I'm still afraid of the last thing Mila said to me. "I'll see you soon. Not now, but soon." Oh my. Holy crap. Not gonna lie, this is pretty amazing and a terrific sad story. Like I feel for the girl. I feel the girl feeling so devastated to hear about his bet. I mean to learning about her best friend died. Yeah, yeah. This was really a nice sad story. Like it, yeah, about two girls best friend about two best friends hanging out each other every summer in a small village. And then one time the girl and then one time one of them sadly died. and the other was so was dumbfounded and devastated about that. that that's just sad. But all right, guys. So that was the story of Mila. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And who knows, I might come back with with a new sad story. I might, I might read another new sad story to you guys. Well, let me know what you guys think. And that's also, I'll always I'll always put the link of the website in the description below, and so that you guys can go into this website and through all the stories and this the website has, and let me know what stories you guys want me to read. But until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.